Hi guys, you're welcome to another mental health discussion with me. Yesterday, I got an interesting question in my DM and I would love to address that question. So the question is, can poor mental health lead to mental health disorder or a psychological disorder? And the answer is most likely. Now let me explain. There are a lot of factors that contribute to our poor mental health, and in general, our entire well-being or mental health is affected by a lot of things around us. So, if you are having a poor mental health and you do not put measures in place, healthy practices in place to help manage this mental health issue or this poor mental health problems that you are going through, and they keep recurring and they continue to linger, and it is there, it keeps affecting your mood, it keeps affecting your behavior, your emotions, the way you feel, and all aspects of your entire existence is affected over a long period of time, then it could lead to a mental health disorder. For example, assuming you are always having mood swings, you always have fear, or you are afraid, or you are isolated, or you are uncertain about life issues. There are issues with financial challenges that you are unable to resolve. You can't identify particular stresses around you that makes you feel unhealthy or makes you feel unstable in your life or in your daily activities. And these factors or these stresses or these environmental issues around us prolong, then they can lead to depression, anxiety, and addiction. Let me use this opportunity to say that there are times that we engage in certain coping mechanisms and we think they help us with our mental health, but in actual fact, they are doing us harm than good. For example, most people tend to use alcohol or drugs or even sex to help them cope through their mental health. Most cases, they are dependent on these substances or on these unhealthy habits, and the continual engagement in these behaviors lead to mental health disorders. A typical example is the use of drug or sex, as I mentioned earlier, could make one become an addict or could lead to addiction. It is always advisable to use very healthy practices, positive practices that will impact greatly in your mental health generally. Now, let us look at some of the main causes of mental health disorders. We have one, brain chemistry. This is where certain neural networks in the brain are impaired. A typical example is schizophrenia. We'll talk about that in another video. 2, genetics or hereditary traits. This is where family history of mental illness is likely to be transferred to one person. So if you have a family where there's a history of mental illness, you are at a risk of having a mental health disorder. 3, environmental stresses, which is the most common. We are talking about toxins in the environment, we are talking about infections, we are talking about financial problems, we are talking about trauma, we are talking about the use of drug and alcohol during pregnancy, and a whole lot. All these factors can also lead to a mental health disorder. I hope you find this video very helpful, and it is important that we all need to engage in healthy habits that would improve our general mental health. And also, people with mental health disorders are not liabilities, need to be loved and welcome. With that said, I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video, and thank you for joining me today. Do have a nice day. Bye.